What's going on, everyone? So this video is going to be about talking about what's going on with Sony in 2025 and how ever since they acquired Bungie, it seems like that, let's look at this right number down here and bear with me on this. They spent 3.6 billion to purchase Bungie at the time. I don't think that it's paying off. So it says right here, another Sony-owned live service game appears to be running its course. Sony hasn't had the best luck with live service games. Yeah, we know that, Concord. But the first party or third party PlayStation exclusives, and it now has another cause for concern. The company spent 3.6 billion to purchase Bungie at a time Destiny 2 was already thought to be in trouble. Now it's increasingly looking like these players are moving on from the 7-year-old game in masse. And then it says PlayStation needs Bungie's next live service game to be a hit. Now we know their next live service game is Marathon, but honestly, we don't know how that's going to do. I'm just a little bit worried about thinking of Bungie as I did in the Microsoft era because they've lost so many staff members since then. You saw how many layoffs happened last year, and now they're putting some of those people on PlayStation Studios. It does show that they have some sort of talent after releasing that last Destiny DLC, but it was kind of too late. They should have been doing stuff like that for a while. Not to say that it wasn't good, but uh, it's not looking so well. So looking at Sony 2025, what is it? You know what I mean? Because Ghost of Yote is not confirmed, but it's slated for 2025, and same thing with Death Stranding too. Other than that, I don't know. You know what I mean? Because when I look over at Microsoft's 2025, Doom Eternal or Doom Dark Ages, excuse me, Avowed, Fable, South Midnight, Towerborn, Outer Worlds 2. Those are 6 games. And Call of Duty, which we know. That's 7 first party games. It's crazy. Then you got games coming in there like Wu Chang, 33 Immortals, Subnautica 2, Sniper Elite, Football Manager, Atom Fall, which is coming, Silk Song, supposedly, whenever the hell that happens, the next Ark MMO game and that Expedition 33 Claire game. So just, just looking over here, it's like, damn, man, Microsoft has their stuff together. They ended the year with Indiana Jones, Call of Duty, Microsoft Flight Simulator, and Stalker 2. Had Hellblade early on in that year, and it's like you're coming into the next year already that strong. Supposed to be getting an OEM, Xbox, PC hybrid models, Xbox handheld, putting games on PlayStation like Halo, Gears, and on the Switch. It's like okay, yeah, we have to give them credit when we're looking at that. Yeah, maybe not on the hardware side, but looking over and everything else, it's like damn, you know what I mean? So, and Sony just recently had Astrobot, and what did they have before that? Helldivers 2 second party, and that success came from PC. Concord was a massive flop. You know what I mean? And everything else is like locked games there. But we're talking about what you're doing from your in-house first party. And looking into this year, it's a possibility of Ghost of Yote, right? And that may not be as good as Ghost of Tsushima. And then there's maybe some political issues in there that people are worried about, but I have to see more about it before I get into that. And then we have Death Stranding 2, which we know Kojima makes great games, right? But I think that's going to eventually go to other platforms because he now owns the IP. So I think that's timed. So yeah, I mean, I'm wondering, y'all. Let's be genuine. What does Sony have this year? They have to show somebody something soon because Microsoft, to me, is way ahead in those categories. And PC's looking good. Let's be honest. We know when Nintendo Switch 2 comes around the corner, it's dominating worldwide, and they're gonna have a ton of IPs. They're coming heavy. So Sony has to bring it because this year is going to be nuts. PC gaming is continuing to rise. Nvidia's releasing their stuff this year. AMD's releasing their stuff this year. Everybody else came out hard this year, right? And then Nintendo is right around the corner. We know that's about to just take the whole world. Where's Sony at? We haven't heard anything from them. So, like, when I think about that, I'm like, okay, um, you still want to push the live service route, right? And then, like, when they announced Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet recently, guys, this has 279 downvotes compared to 102 likes. Like the track record for them lately has been bad. The only thing recently positive was probably Astrobot, but you can beat that in 10 hours. I mean, and Mario made most of the game. Not to say that that was uh like just a rip-off Mario clone and it's just that. No, it's a good game. You know what I mean? It's a good platformer. We want more platformers. But we know Nintendo's about to blow our minds with the next Mario and some other platformers. But still, though, it's like we see that 279 likes, and then we got this fair game, right? They better not release this. This is Concord 2.0. 52,000 dislikes and 4.1 likes. This is their next live service game that may be coming out. Y'all, I don't know what to tell you, but that's where you start to worry a bit about what's going on over here at PlayStation, right? Because we know that Jim Ryan had threw them off the rail by gas rushing everything. Naughty Dog had to cancel their Last of Us Factions. Then they announced that other game. Now a lot of people are downvoting that. They're gonna have to think up something to make that positive too. It's just when you're looking at it, it's kind of like, man, they're shaky, right? We need some strong foundational answers and reveals to where it can look like it's looking strong. Otherwise, Nintendo's gonna punk the hell out of them. And Microsoft's doing so good, and you can't get rid of them. PC's rising, as I said. Then we see a strong handheld market coming all over the place. They say they might want to do a handheld again too, but there's just so much all over that, people trying to chase that Nintendo success. I just have to genuinely ask people, do you really think that so far the PlayStation 2025 is going to be able to compete with what Microsoft is doing? Nintendo? PC? They're going to have to show that, you know what I mean? We haven't seen all the cards yet, but what I'm saying so far is I don't understand why these people are going around saying the things that they're saying. And I'm like, what have they shown? Because Death Stranding 2 is going to be multi-platform eventually. The Ghost of Tsushima it will come to PC eventually, obviously, but it's not going anywhere else most likely. Or Ghost of Yote, sorry. But that's not enough. We need to see more. So yeah, I don't know if you guys seen this, but yeah, we don't want to watch this. We know how bad it is. I've shown this before. Let's just hope that they don't decide to go with that, right? I hope not. Now, getting back to the Bungie article, let's go back to this because Bungie greenlit Concord, if y'all knew that, right? And some of the developers on there are from Bungie. Just to let y'all know that. Like, what are they doing since Sony has acquired them? It's just not looking good. So going down here, we see the free-to-play game has lost 90% of its base on Steam since June 2024. We see the charts right here. Right? I wouldn't say Bungie's showing anything impressive lately, besides that expansion. This isn't too surprising for a game that released in 2017, and supposedly Destiny 3 is canceled, right? Let's go ahead. So y'all remember that picture right there? Destiny 3 canceled, right? Wasn't that the case? Yes, Destiny 3 is currently not in development, has been canceled. Like, why would they not start working on that? And then when Sony got them, they had that on the way. It's supposed to be something coming towards the end of the generation, going into next gen or something. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know, man. You paid that much for them. Well, what are you getting out of it? Right? Because it's like, but why? Destiny 2 continues to struggle, and Bungie itself admitted that the game is underperforming just a little over a year ago. Sony has had more misses than hits like Helldivers 2, which 65-70% of the success of Helldivers came from PC. They needed PC. Imagine if they didn't do that. That would be bad. When it comes to live service, and certainly needs Bungie's Marathon to land. I don't know how that's going to turn out. Especially after the multi-million-dollar Concord disaster, even third-party exclusives like Foam Stars and Babylon's Fall have bombed in this generation. That said, PlayStation does need a steady revenue stream from live service endeavors to help pump more funds into its pricey single-player games. Sony just needs to make better, smarter choices when it comes to games as a service. Yeah, we're going to see about that because, like I said, if they... I have to, I'm sorry, y'all. If they release this year and Marathon fails, oh man, they're in trouble, right? Because, I mean, y'all think about it. Who wants this?
You want to know about us?
No, we don't.
Seems like everyone does these days.
It's simple. Too much money and too much power is held by just a few people. And it's only getting worse. So, we decided to do something about it.
This is like PlayStation Payday? DEI version?
Let's go.
Jeans, designer socks too. I got the swag too. It's a haiku. I'm something like you. Might drink and drive too. Work 9 to 5s when I was in high school. These shoes here don't come out till June. This my pick. I'll crop you. Married to the game. Said my I do's. Got a window seat like Erykah Badu.
Guys, you wonder, right? Like what's going on over there after Concord?
If you ain't got it, then you can't flaunt it. Pull up Lamborghini and Sonic.
That was garbage. That shit was trash. Like, this is what we're getting this generation. Like, so far, I'm just not impressed. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta really just be honest about it. Like, who wants this game? Would you say yes? No, you don't want it. You know what I mean? It's like, why are we not getting PS3 remakes or some better PlayStation games? You know what I mean? Like they have a classic catalog, right? You know what I mean? We also don't have PS3 emulation, which supposedly they may be trying to work on that, but it's like I don't know, man. I'm just not impressed. PS5 Pro didn't impress me either. I thought that was unneeded. I just we don't have to watch this. Everybody's seen this recently. I just don't know what to say. So yeah, I just want to ask y'all a question, right? Genuinely, what is Sony doing that's impressive lately? Please tell me, right? Because I'm not seeing it. I feel like people that are trying to bash Microsoft are literally ignoring everything that I just really highlighted right here. On top of them not starting off the gen with cross-gen. I mean, full integrated PS5 games. They went cross-gen, like Microsoft did, and then they followed their cloud service. They followed their Game Pass service model. They're using a lot of their ideas. Um, and then Nintendo was still just dominating, and they finally slowed down this year, but they're still doing very well. Only had a 3% drop, and the Switch 2 is right around the corner. So Sony cannot afford to fail this year. They have to have a very great year. They do. Seriously, PlayStation 5 Pro is not selling out. There were some issues on there, but that type of stuff can get weeded out. But at the end of the day, I'm just like looking at like their roadmap. I don't see much, and I'm looking at some stuff, and I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Because it's just kind of been empty, outside of Astro Pop. Like I said, you could be done with that in 2 days, 3 days. That's the problem with games like that. It's not beefy like a Mario Odyssey, right? Where you could put like 70, 80, 100 hours into it and they added more content over time and you could beat it multiple times and spend a month plus even more with it and then go back to it and even continue to enjoy because it has that evergreen feeling. But yeah, that's my thing. So a lot of people were asking me, why I was doing the things I did towards the PlayStation because I'm like, wait, I don't understand why you are bashing Microsoft just because of hardware sales, but everywhere else they're doing pretty good. When I look over here and seeing what Sony's doing, I don't see how, my mind is blown. Oh man, they're doing so great. Like, I don't feel that. They had a good carryover from the PS4 gen, and they're selling a lot because of that. But outside of that, because of the mistakes Microsoft made last gen, and because of them not just having a huge carryover, they're kind of catching a break. But they had a 2.5 year window where they could have really dominated, but they didn't. They flopped. So now the Switch is around the corner. They didn't dominate like they should have. And Nintendo's about to take over again. Microsoft's continuing to do better. PC's growing. And yeah, that's a missed opportunity. So a lot of people feel the same way. They feel like this is one of the weakest PlayStation generations when we talk about first party, just game wise. Third party is everywhere, you know what I mean? Because, you can play all those games that people want to bring up on PC. You know what I mean? Or play them on Xbox. But this is kind of what I wanted to highlight because I'm like, yeah, what are they doing? We need some answers. We need like 4 good games coming out this year from them because Microsoft is doing very well for 2025 from what we're seeing. And it's only going to get better because there's more releases to be revealed. There's more games that will be coming to Game Pass day one. And just looking over at, the PlayStation side, obviously I have a PS5. I have 52 platinums, 54 platinums actually. So I'm beating every game that came out and I get 100% on them. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just not impressed. So let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe. All right, y'all. Peace out.